Hi everybody, my name is Gerone Wright, and once again you're joining me on my Geronification channel. Okay, in this video I'm going to be doing a um a breakdown of this Rembrandt's painting, and this painting is of his son um, Titus. Okay, and it's his son as a monk, and this painting is reportedly created around 1660. Around 1660. Okay, now it's my position. Actually, I know what this is my position that mankind is being genetically bridged over, and there are a select few of artists which actually understand that they are to encrypt their artworks with these um, records of these genetic manipulations in order for their success to go anywhere. I'm looking at something as I'm actually stating this. For the success of their careers to go anywhere, they actually have to be a part of the cult-like ritual process, which calls for genetic contamination of mankind and the recording of same in their artworks. Okay, that's a better way of stating it. Okay, so Rembrandt, another famous artist, and I'm broken down multiple paintings of Rembrandt's. Okay, and as I go along and along here, I get better and better at breaking his artworks down. Now, I want to show you something. In fact, let me draw this out right quick before I and I see that there. Almost looks like okay. All right, I draw that up. Okay, now this is Titus. I guess it's Rembrandt's son. Okay, and Rembrandt has him symbolized as a monk. Now, I know what monks represent. To be totally honest with you, I'm going to leave that out for now. But knowing what monks represent helps me break down and decode for you what Rembrandt is trying to tell you with his painting. Now, you must first understand that all of religion, I don't care what it is, Christianity, I don't care what it is, whether it's Hindu, whatever, it all represents the breakdown of genetics of mankind's originating gene, which derives from that of our ape and African ancestors. Okay, so therefore, understanding that there is nothing globally that you cannot understand about what is being stated about these paintings. I don't care whether they're ancient biblical, I don't care what they are. Here we have an image of a monkey and ape, and that's what this painting is symbolizing. How from this creature, the likeness of this creature, came this creature. And this is what Rembrandt is stating about his son here. Now, well, as he's also stating that his son has been genetically contaminated, and through Rembrandt's created genes, his son is now a genetic sacrificer, and his bloodline has been procured, and he has paid he was a contributing factor in altering of the genetics that originated here onto the African, through the Africans, and then finally through here, and it shows you a process of how these genes are being carried, almost like an AIDS carrier, in other words, of our disease. A person is carrying cancer, which are bad things, and you know what I mean. But genes that are created that they consider to be good genes, they're telling you through their paintings where they're going. Now, when you Google this image, I'm going to call your attention to right here. This is Rembrandt's paintings too. He has his paintings designed that where he keeps them dark in most cases, and in the darkness are these hidden underlying images, these transparent images. Here's Titus' face, facing his face right here. If you look right there, is an ape. Multi-dimensional images. Very good painting in other words. But here's, I lightened it for you, and I'm going to show you what what is actually being shown here. If you look in here in the shadows, and this is supposed to be greenery around there and all that. There's an ape's face. There's the mouth. There's teeth. It's an open mouth of an ape. There's the nostril. There's an eye socket with a missing eye, and this portion represents not the entire ape's face and head, but just this portion right here, the side view of this piece right here. Now, it's right here. Now, don't look at it too hard, because if you look at it too hard, you will notice that this ape's face is going in both directions. That direction and in this direction, and there's other morphing multidimensional images that are in there. It's showing you genes going in and coming out at the same time. Multidimensional images. Excellent painting by Rembrandt. And I know why this is too, in fact, but I'm going to give you the other images, and yet another lighter version of this painting, and what you can look for and what you can expect to see. Now, we all know that Rembrandt is a very, very, very famous artist, like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, who I have also decoded in their artworks and can read what is being stated. But now, that monkey's face, if you look, it's right there, can be realized going in both directions, and there's another face behind it. These faces go this way and come back that way. This is why they're difficult to actually see. Now, I want to show you something. You see this monk? You see these things wrapped around? Did I give you that ape face pretty good here? Let me see. Let me see if you can. Let me put an eye in there so you can actually see. What if I can draw an eye right quick? I'm gonna draw a line in that ape's face right quick. It doesn't have an eye there, but I'm gonna give you an eye to see if that enhances, and then give you the. I'm gonna give you the ape's eye. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Ah, damn it! I put the ape's eye in the wrong place. Or did I? Oh no, I did. I think I did. I may have, and I may have not. But now that I'm upside down here, you see that creature? There's a tooth, open mouth, facing that way. All right. I want to show you something about this here. The image actually also not only goes this way, but it shows you a gene going back this way as well too. And I'll tell you about that later on. But I want to show you some things that you will be able to see when you Google this image. Okay. These are genes being created. I'm going to show you what is being symbolized, what Rembrandt is stating about his son Titus and the gene that he's carrying. Okay. Now, here is the head of a dinosaur slash horse creature. And I would like to actually think it's like almost like they're thinking about like the duck-billed dinosaur. So there's a horse head right here, and it shows you a transformation, because if you come around here, around the neck of this beast, there's the eye there, nostril, the mouth. Okay, if you come around the back, it creates like a halo around the monk, like a halo over his head, showing you the genes, which in fact that's what the halo actually means as well too, that this person is covered in the genes these new genes which were created. That's what this halo thing is all about too, by the way, people. But what's unique about this is that this creature has the face of a horse, but as it comes back around here, you will see the diamonds in its back, as if it's a reptilian, a dinosaur. That's what I love about this image. Okay, now barely visible, but yet are there, and you will see the diamonds in the back that creates the presence of our ancient dinosaur ancestor, which we actually evolved from as well. Now, the monk clothing. I don't know if you can see it yet, but I have it symbolized. The monk's clothing, the way it actually comes around, wrapped around here, creates serpents, creates snakes, shows you bloodlines of each creature. If you look at the faces of these creatures snaking around the neck there, you give them faces, it creates specific creatures, not just any snakes or just not any prehistoric creature faces from the snake family, and it shows you each one of these creatures represents the bloodline snaking through this creature's likeness from which creature is being represented back here. Specific groups that these encryptions show, and there's 1, 2, 3 shown wrapped around Titus' son's body here, encrypted in his wardrobe from these creatures that are encrypted across here. Even shows you, I don't know if you can actually, this, if you Google, I don't know, but I have it here in my descriptions of, I think it's Da Vinci's prisoner painting. I have what you come here, a video on that, on Da Vinci's prisoner painting, and it shows you these same creatures draped around the body of the prisoner, and to get a better idea of what's being stated here. And you can almost see that it shows like this snaking body, how they're etched, like how they're stitched into the Pope, showing you like they're attaching, like they're needle pricking into the Pope's, into this monk's body. Look at my prisoner's paintings to get a better idea of actually what's being stated there. But it's showing you that these creatures, which is the ape's presence, the reptilian presence, the horse and the dinosaur, all of those ancient genetics, showing you that they're wrapped around this guy's body. Well, if you take this and turn it, where's the monk's head? Okay, let's turn it this way. It shows you that the monk actually is wearing, shows you what gene the monk is wearing. Now, I'm going to draw this out for, do I have my, I think that marker might be too big. I hope I don't mess this up when I do this, but it's always the witch-like woman. It's about the ape, the witch-like woman, and how through those ancestors came our genetically altered Caucasian ancestor. Alright, now, here's her chin. I want to get this wraparound nose right for you, because it comes around similarly like this. Let me make sure I do this right, because I'm drawing backwards here. Let me see, make sure that I'm getting this right. Did I get that right? Yeah, I got that. You starting to see the picture here, people? You see me drawing this out for you, coming around the nostril and all that. Me drawing this out for you shows you what the hell is going on and what is being. I'm trying to draw. The mouth is in here. I'm trying to get this. Here's the eye right there. You see, people, what the hell is going on? It shows you bloodlines that are being created. Let me make sure I get this mouth right. Where we at here? I'm going to go, because I'm drawing this upside down. And by me showing you what is being stated here, I can see the mouth, but I know once I go to start drawing this, I'm going to screw this up because I'm drawing this upside down. Alright, I slipped the mouth in there for you. People, do you see what is being stated here? I know what this bloodline is that Rembrandt is boasting that his son has. Now, you see that, people? Through the monk's hat, I gave you the image of the Madonna-like woman, the Medusa, the mother of creation, a woman, a bloodline, a specific bloodline. Because, see, I know what the clothing of this monk, I know what the presence of the monk actually is suggesting. I know at which genetic manipulating point that these monks come into play. I know what symbolization, ancient symbolization, is referenced in with these monks. And at which genetic leveling process and contamination that they play in the role of the genetic contamination of mankind. Now, let me take, now I did that in front of your face. Now, I told you that there was an ancient horse and the ape and all of that, this, that, and the third there. I'm telling you that the ape and the monkey and this witch-like woman all play a role in the horse, the ancient horse, which is a which is a genetic contributor to that of the becoming of mankind. Well, we all know what horses look like and what is being stated. Well, if you look here in the throat, well, you see the snakes going wrapped all around him and all of this here. They're transparent heads of these snakes. Now, check this out, people. There's Medusa right there. There's her snakes right there. So let's flip this head back over now. Now check this out, people. You flip the head back over. Let's bring Medusa's chin down here. Pull this skin up from here, back over this face, and what do you have? You have a witch-like woman with a head full of snakes. Medusa. Do I need to say that again? I drawed you a perfect image. Here, let me give you the underlining of the eye here. Where we at here? Did I? Oh no, I can't do it now because it's upside down. But anyway, I was gonna give you the shadowy eye mark underneath the eye, the cheekbone right there, and all of that. You see this, people? Look, I just made a connection for you. There's the witch-like woman, whom I dub as the mother of creation, i.e. Madonna and all of them, all of these, the Virgin and all of that. That's what this is. They're all symbolizing this image right here. Now let's flip this back down, this chin back down to here. Let's cover this face up. Let's pull all of this back up over top of this face. And you know what you have? You have a being with a bunch of snakes emerging from her head. Now, having stated that, that's telling you that this face is one of these faces, which is representing that of a reptilian, a reptile, a reptilian's face, a reptilian bloodline, a reptilian originated bloodline, a reptilian altering which resulted from the genetic manipulation of our ape and our African ancestors, which involved reptilian interventions. And that's what this is symbolizing. You take this head, tilt it back down, bring these snakes back up on top of the head, and we have our mythical Medusa image, which I've discovered to be an actual person, an actual presence, an actual ancestor of mankind. If you Google Swedish rocks, ancient rocks, or Sweden's ancient rocks, you will see this woman. Across our African continent, across almost every continent, in these mythical so-called scenarios on rocks and in inscriptions, this woman with a head full of snakes are there. Here you have Rembrandt with his son encrypted with the message. Now, what is being stated here with her? Here we have her presence encrypted in the hood of this monk with this Titus, which is Rembrandt's son. Her chin is bridged over the snout of a horse, which shows a reptilian back, diamond back on this going down. Well, it's confirmed. A woman in a horse's likeness right here and encrypted. You go down towards Titus' throat area right here, and in the blackness of that area creates the mane of the horse, the hair, and the witch-like woman's face there, whom also looks just like the horse. So what is that telling you? That she's a horsewoman? You see her right there, people? In the shadows? This blackness right here, specifically created by Rembrandt, creates the mane, a face of the witch-like woman, and the presence that she is in that of the horse. So people, how in the hell am I doing the same thing over here, which comes down to here? What it is stating that through a cross-referencing, remember that I told you that the cross means the cross-referencing of mankind's genetics. By the way, that horse here has a horn on his head too, by the way, people. I can tell you which, through the cross, which is a cross-referencing. This is too good to mess up. I was going to put it up here, but that'd be too good to mess up. That through the cross referencing of animals, prehistoric animals, which resulted in the becoming of our ape and African ancestors, which Rembrandt captures in his art, subsequently resulted in the likenesses of our Caucasian counterparts, whom, through their knowledge of where we originated, now is furthering the process further from this creature and this being through cult-like rituals that calls for the genetic altering not only inwardly but outwardly of mankind's being. I just took a famous painter's, a famous artist's artwork, Rembrandt. Probably this painting is worth millions, and have broken it down for you for what it truly is and the underlying cult message that is within. I can do this with not just Rembrandts, Michelangelos, Leonardo da Vinci's, Bernini's, and coming into our current artists through the surrealist art. Every artist that has elected to dedicate their life works to referencing how mankind was genetically created and the furthering in the genetic process and manipulation of contaminating not just the genes of the carriers that they're implying in their paintings, but the continents that they genetically contaminated, and where these occurrences have taken place historically, referenced in biblical art. The message is crystal clear, people. How we genetically became and how these alterings are being continued. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. And what you need to realize is that Titus, Rembrandt's son, Rembrandt is showing you that through his knowledge, through his artwork, and his understanding of how mankind genetically became, that through a cult-like ritual, he contaminated his son and is showing you which genes that his son is carrying. So, I can take Rembrandt's artwork, tell you where Rembrandt got his contaminated from, because Rembrandt was contaminated himself. Show you where his bloodline came from, where it is today, what was his genetic contribution to altering that of mankind. Because not only were these artists into referencing it, they were a part of it, of the genetic history in altering mankind's genes through this cult-like ritual. You see, people, this is the big mystery that has been kept from you, that has eluded you. A two-headed being, encrypted in the clothing, this monk is wearing the disguise of this being, whom I know who she is. I know where she came from. I know how she evolved on through our world. I know what is being stated by her presence. I can take apart everything and anything that references mankind's genetic becoming. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. And just as Rembrandt was famous for his art creations, his lifelong contribution to the art world, and recording these moments in time, I'm going to be just as famous for taking them apart and decoding them to you, because I have a better understanding than these individuals had in the artwork that they created. Because you see, their minds and what they were doing was something that they learned from their colleagues, from their mentors, and from their art schools, and from the people that inspired them and approved of their artworks, which was in religion and royalty. You see, I wasn't drawn to this because I am an artist. I was drawn to this because of my paranormal experience and encounter, which allows me to mentally, spiritually, and seemingly physically leave my body and go beyond this, not just here in our world, but beyond our world, throughout of all of space. What is here is referenced because it comes from beyond our world. It's a continuation process, and it comes from my understanding of realizing what all of space actually is. The evolution of what has happened to me is referenced on my Alien UFOs channel. Um, I'm a dreams form. I'm a dream. Dreams and dreams and experiences, and the my title there on that forum is "I am an alien, and so are you." Or you can just Google my name, Gerone Wright. That's with the GeroneWright, and I come up with artworks like this that are now playing globally that I have decoded. I'm gonna leave you with this, and I don't know if I'm gonna do another video this morning or not, but I have no end. I can take you anywhere that you want to go in knowing who you are. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel, and Rembrandt is decoded. Thank you.